Why Nations Go to War examines the human, political, and societal dynamics behind the outbreak of war. John G. Stoessinger argues that while structural and systemic factors are often cited as causes of war, the decisions of leaders and their personal ambitions, misperceptions, and failures play a more critical role. Each chapter focuses on a specific conflict, providing detailed analysis of the underlying causes, key players, and consequences. Key themes and ideas. First, the role of leaders. Stoessinger emphasizes that wars are not inevitable. They result from decisions made by individuals. Leaders' perceptions and misjudgments of others often escalate conflicts. He discusses how leaders' egos, ambitions, and inability to understand their adversaries contribute to war. Second, miscommunication and miscalculation. A common thread in the case studies is the failure of leaders to accurately assess the intentions and capabilities of their opponents. Misjudgments can turn manageable disputes into full-scale wars. Third, the human dimension of war. The book explores how human emotions, fear, pride, and the need for revenge shape the decisions to go to war. Stoessinger argues that understanding the personal and psychological dimensions of leaders is essential to preventing conflict. Fourth, the power of nationalism. The rise of nationalism, particularly in the 20th century, has been a driving force behind many wars. Nationalism often leads to a sense of superiority and entitlement, which can result in aggression. Case studies of major conflicts. The book is structured around specific historical case studies, each illustrating different causes and dynamics of war. First, World War I focus on the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand and the chain reaction of alliances. Stoessinger highlights how leaders' egos and miscalculations turned a regional crisis into a global conflict. Second, World War II analyzes Adolf Hitler as ambitions and the failure of appeasement. Stoessinger argues that the personal hubris of Hitler and the misjudgment by Western powers were key factors. Third, the Korean War examines the Cold War dynamics and how misperceptions between the US, North Korea, and China escalated the conflict. Fourth, the Vietnam War highlights the role of ideological fervor and the US's misunderstanding of Vietnamese nationalism. Fifth, the Middle East conflicts discusses the Arab-Israeli wars, focusing on historical grievances and the role of leadership in perpetuating cycles of violence. Sixth, the Persian Gulf War, Saddam Hussein's invasion of Kuwait, and how his miscalculation of international response led to war. Seventh, the Iraq War explores the influence of the Bush administration's ideology and intelligence failures in the decision to invade Iraq. Eighth, post-Cold War conflicts analyzes interventions in the Balkans and Rwanda, emphasizing the human cost of ignoring emerging conflicts. Key lessons and takeaways. First, leaders matter. Wars are not just the result of abstract forces like geopolitics or economics, but are driven by the decisions and personalities of leaders. Second, avoid miscommunication. Diplomacy and clear communication are critical in preventing unnecessary wars. Third, learn from history. Recognizing patterns in the causes of war can help prevent future conflicts. Fourth, the cost of war. The human, social, and economic toll of war is immense, and leaders often underestimate these consequences. Fifth, the need for international cooperation. Global efforts to resolve disputes and manage power dynamics are crucial to maintaining peace. Conclusion. Why Nations Go to War is a compelling exploration of the human factors behind warfare. By focusing on the decisions and missteps of leaders, Stoessinger provides a unique perspective that moves beyond structural explanations. The book serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of misjudgment, pride, and the failure of diplomacy in a world where the costs of war are higher than ever. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this summary, please give it a thumbs up And don't forget to follow and subscribe for more bookish goodness. Until next time, happy reading.